What up, cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, que pasa slutas? What up, lowbaggers? What up, Spidey? What up, Mama? It is Tuesday, November 13th. This is the Low Shack in the Bag Late Show. My name is Jimmy the Bag, and I'm sitting beside, as always, Lodol's Low Shack.
I'm crunching college basketball as we speak. I was crunching college basketball right up to the very last 30 seconds right before we went live. So many of these games, you're looking at them, you think they do have edges, and sometimes you're wrong. But if you're right 53 or 53.5% of the time, it's a nice feeling. And I think I'm going to have an okay college basketball season. As of right now, I am positive with my overall tracking. Not in this show. In this show, I wound up being up with a couple of ill-advised plays down a unit, but in my betting and where I track my plays on covers, I'm slightly positive, which is more than slightly positive, a little bit positive. And sure. I'm hopeful. I'm looking at today's card. I gave a bunch of plays in the morning show, and some of the games that had lines coming on later on. I think I'm seeing maybe an edge or two here that I'm going to share with everyone. What do you think, Jim?
I hope that you do. Trent Clancy wants to hear what you have to think about Wisconsin. Let me first give a shout out to the cappers that are with us right now. Scotty Rock forever. First one in the chat.
Shout out to Scotty Rock.
Respect for that. Hustle, Scotty Rock. Also, Nutflush Allen, Trenton Claxton, Parlay Poppy, our man Tom Gunn in the house.
Oh, Tom Gunn. Shout out to Tom Gunn.
What a guy.
I mean, I have no words. Let's just move on. I have no words of what a guy that guy is.
Absolutely incredible guy.
Great human being. All right, let's just move on.
Abba
I'll be
Zaba.
here all hour talking about how much I love Tom Gunn.
Yeah, no, I love him too.
Let's just move on.
Okay, all right, just stay cool.
Right, okay,
stay cool.
all right.
Abba Zaba 78, Odar Lira, our man from Venezuela. Ray Williams, who immediately comes in with the Hornets. Cavs under. Remember, Ralph Portwando took unders on all 3 games. Parlay Poppy saying Hornets team total over is a gift. Abba Zaba giving a shout out to the Audible. We had a nice little run. Parlay Poppy saying Ball State stud running back might be out though. Gate Pass Key says Pete, my bad getting you on that Stars play last night.
Oh, look, it happens. Look, I mean,
was that the bag around?
If I had a nickel for every fucking bad play I got people on, I wouldn't be down. That's for sure. Lifetime betting, I wouldn't be down. I hear you. Listen, I thought it was a good play. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's so I gotta stick for the things I'm good at. I gotta stick with my initial leans. For the things I'm bad at, like NBA, I got to stick with my late leans that come to me when we're talking about it. And, the NHL, again, tonight, there's a lot of plays that people could be putting me on in NHL, but I'm just going to stick with the solid plays that I'm liking. And one of the keys to betting, it's not how much you win, it's the ratio of wins to losses. You know what I mean? Yesterday, had a great read on the Nashville game. Felt like it was good play on the under. It was. And then I started to get all crazy and sick with the fucking Dallas team total over, Rangers team total over, this and that. Listen, is Dallas a bad team? Like, what's the deal with, what?
If Alexander Radulov is so important to their team, and he's played 1 game out of the last 10, does somebody really think he's going to come in rolling? No, obviously not.
Right.
And if he's that crucial to the team's offense, well, then you should fade him the first game that he comes back and plays.
No, I feel you. I do feel you, Jimmy.
Maybe I'm simplifying too much. Andrew McKinnis joining us, one of the ice guys. He will help when we get to the NHL section. Al Mack says, if you guys have ever bet anything tonight, bet Northern Colorado -9, and he has written me a whole reason why, and I agree with him.
And my one question is, why would that not, with all that information, why would that line have actually gone in Pepperdine's favor? It actually opened at 10.5, and now it's down to 9.
It's very strange.
Yes, we will read what Almac has to say because I love getting information like this. It is Tony Soprano's birthday, and I got to hit him up with the birthday pick.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's just so much fucking pressure. These birthday picks, the birthday picks through high tide and low tide continue to be good. Yesterday, people asked for a birthday pick, and I gave one this morning, though, didn't I?
Yes,
I
gave
it to a turtle.
You gave it to a turtle. Yeah.
First period over. I guess I could just stick with that one.
And that was the Habs Oilers?
All right, listen. It was the Habs Oilers first period over. I could give Tony that one, but, look, there's no locks in sports betting, so I'm not going to be able to give you a lock, Tony Soprano. I'll do what I always do and do my absolute best to give a play that I hope and pray is going to win. You know what I'm saying? And they have been remarkably amazing over since I've been doing them. Not everyone's been a winner, but a ridiculous.
Very, very high. Yeah, very, very. You hit incredibly well there. Scotty Rock saying Jimmy the Bag is tomorrow, Texas Hold'em.
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
I can't put the link on the screen, but I'll have the link on the screen going tomorrow. I've got some computer issues that I need to fix, and I can't. So I'm not even going to be able to write into the chat right now. But yes, 9 o'clock tomorrow, 9 o'clock Eastern, $1,000 free roll plus $600 in bounties, a $1,600 free roll, and I'm coming out there to kick some fucking ass.
So
man.
look at this. What about this? Rem Mose says Montreal Edmonton starters confirmed Niemi and Koskinen. How does that make you feel about an overplay in that game, Jim?
Koskinen is an interesting guy. I guess I got a little too high on him early, though. I still think he's better than Talbot.
You think so?
I tell you what it does, though. I think that if you are backing the Habs, and our man Mohamed Joma joining us right now says Habs show up big tonight. You know why? Because he will be in the building. He's going to be watching that game live. Said this Habs team is fired up, tired of losing here in Edmonton. We talking about how flat they've been here. I can't wait to talk about that, especially having Andrew McKinnon with us as well. But I think if you're backing the Habs, like Mohamed is, he'd be happy. Very happy.
I was thinking about the Habs team total over. What do you think about that, Jim?
They're a good offensive team. Let me go over their numbers.
They're fast.
They're very fast, and Druin and Domi are playing well together. I mean, Domi has as many goals in 15 games as he had all of last season. I like the Oilers here. I like the Oilers quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to fade this Habs team on the road often, like tonight, Mohamed.
All right, I got to get this Tony Soprano birthday pick out of the way. Otherwise, it's going to plague me all show.
Mohamed Jones said Gallagher guaranteed to win tonight. I love Gallagher
for Montreal, right? Yeah. All right, I gotta get this Tony Soprano birthday pick out. Big Tank,
the gangster. His daughter goes, "It's Daddy's favorite show." It's so cool. Thank you for joining us, Big Tank, the gangster. Also, Jared Schrader, my man, Jared Schrader. Look at this comment, and I think he's much more than this. But he says, "I know I'm just a 21-year-old college kid who does this as a hobby." But I'm 37, 20, and 3 in the NFL, plus 14 units. Hit a teaser last night, Monday Night Football, Giants plus 10, over 37.5. Beautiful. And I'm not that better numbers than I have season-long numbers compared to me. That he's better. But do you know exactly what I am in the last 4 weeks in NFL on this show?
On this show,
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know your picks on this show are different from whatever you might talk about on the Audible show.
They're actually not. They're exactly the same.
Okay.
Every
So
single pick's the same. I'm 32 and 14
in
plus,
NFL.
In NFL in the last 4 weeks, 32 and 14 plus 16.8 units.
Is that true?
That is true.
All right, let me see. Going back to what date? What date are you starting there?
5 weeks ago, I had a very bad week, and that was my low. And then I have turned it around.
So I'm starting from October 10th is what I'm seeing right here. Let me see what you are. Starting from October 10th until now in NFL, Jimmy the Bag's record is, wow, holy shit, 35 and 16 plus 17.7 units since October 10th in NFL.
I have 32 and 14, but your numbers are better.
32 and 14.
Yeah. But
going back to October 10th.
Oh, I guess, you're going back.
Yeah. Okay,
Repeat that again.
So we're cherry picking. We're cherry picking here, which you shouldn't do. But once in a while, it's okay to cherry pick.
No, I need to. I had a terrible baseball season. Say it again.
Cherry picking here, going back to find Jimmy the Bag's absolute best record we can. Since October 10th, 35 and 16 plus 17.5 units. Man, plus 32% ROI. Amazing, Jim. Very nice.
Yeah!
Very nice.
God damn yeah, Pete. It's been a horrible year.
That's right. But you don't want to cherry pick, so you want to look at the entire year in its entirety, which is what good statisticians do.
Sure.
Does it paint a different picture? A little different, but still very impressive. Overall on the year in NFL, 56 and 43, plus 9.5 units, plus 8.5% ROI. That's a very impressive record still, Jim.
Well, I would love to take all the glory, but it's not me.
Yeah.
It's not. It's you guys in the chat. And it's working with Donnie Rightside and the Whale Capper. God damn, they're so good. And they help me so much. It's all you guys. It's all the Audible.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right. So my birthday pick for Tony Soprano, I'll give him a special personal birthday pick, not the birthday pick that I gave out to the Turtle. That's a little bit insulting, right? If you give a same pick to a regular.
It was your favorite play.
It was, but I gave it to a Turtle. So I'll give him a different one, and it comes from both of us. It's a play that's similar to what Jimmy the Bag is on. I'm going to give Detroit Red Wings team total over 2.5 minus 130 as Tony Soprano's special birthday pick. Jimmy the Bag, you like Detroit tonight anyway. You took him on the puck line, right?
I did take them on the puck line, and they haven't, they've won 6 of 7, and I think one of them is by more than a goal. I'm not too. I just believe in this hockey team and need to put my money where my mouth is.
And Darcy Kemper, can be scored on. Arizona's good defensively, but it's just tricky because Arizona's been a strong undertrender on the road, but they've given up they've had a bunch of sort of meltdowns defensively recently on the road, right?
Sorry, I was reading a couple comments.
Okay.
Sorry, I would say that again.
That Arizona, we think of them as a strong defensive team, and at home, there were a bunch of team total unders that I was betting on opposite teams against Arizona at home. On the road, it seems a little bit different though. They've had some. Even though they're overall a big undertrender on the road on the year, they recently, it seems like, have had some mediocre defensive performances on the road. Right?
You were mentioning that, and I had to look and check it out. Third goals allowed overall in the year. It's the penalty killing. It's one thing having 92% penalty killing, but 9 shorthanded goals.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you the dagger in the spine that is when you're trying to build momentum. You get the power play, and Grabner skates through everybody because he's so fast, and Wires hit top shelf. This is a Coyotes team that I think we're in a perfect spot to fade them. Although they're 4-4-1 on the road, 8-7-1 overall. I just feel like. And Kemper's had a good season, 2.58 goals against average, 921 save percentage.
Yeah, he is good.
I don't think he's good.
Yeah.
Or the Kings would have kept him.
Right.
But he's having a good season.
L&TB says, Jimmy, keep riding my Red Wings train. The offense has been surprisingly better than expected the last few games. All right. Okay. Arizona's good defensively, though, aren't they? Do they slow things down?
Okay, first off, the Coyotes, remember how we simplified things at times last year in the very simple play, missing 2 of their top 4 defensemen. I'm not going to trust this team to play well defensively without Goligoski and Chychrun in the lineup.
There you go. That's it. I could sit here and spaz out about this the entire show. Tony Soprano's official birthday pick is Detroit Red Wings team total over 2.5 minus 130. And in the morning, I gave Edmonton and Montreal first period over 1.5 as a birthday pick to one of the low baggers, Turtles. And that's it. That's it for birthday picks. And now let's move on. First thing we want to talk about before we get into it, because it might pass, is the Xavier Wisconsin game. There has been a line move in favor of Xavier. They're now -2, and that is the market trying to tell you something, Jimmy the Bag. It was a pick 'em, and I don't know if I said it or if I thought it in the morning show, but I definitely thought it. I was like, it's now pick 'em. If Xavier's -1 or a favorite by the afternoon show, that means they're the right side. And I am going to add on, I'm liking the over here. Not necessarily, I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger on Xavier, but I'm definitely ready to pull the trigger on the Xavier team total over. Natalie Alvarez, that might be not a bad birthday pick here. Xavier team total over. Natalie Alvarez says it was a no-brainer play or something like that, low-hanging fruit, something like that. So I'm definitely going to add a Xavier team total over to make that an official pick. It should be about 73, unless it's been moving since I bet it and made that decision. 70. Well, because the total is headed down, which surprises me a little bit. I was also liking the over on this one, but the total is 72.5 minus 110. That's the current line at what's so funny. Jim laughing like something funny.
It says Mr. Peters hates his turtle pick, and I think it's cursed now.
No, I like the turtle pick. I just like, it's just, I don't want to give the same birthday pick. Tony Soprano's a special guy. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give him a special birthday pick, which means, all right, let's go ahead.
Scotty Rock says, I've been saying Xavier since I woke up, got my coffee this morning. Corey Mack, Xavier money line, and the under on the parlay card. And the under doesn't really correlate with your team total.
No, he likes the under, huh?
Yeah.
Well, then it definitely correlates with the Wisconsin team total under. Wow. And someone's been betting that one because right now the Pinnacle is not moving this line here. They're just moving the odds. Someone's been hitting the team total under. Wisconsin team total under is 73.5 minus 192. Unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah. So, someone's been hitting that.
Shit.
Xavier team total over 72.5 minus 110. And I will go ahead, Jim.
Odor Lear says, Pete, what is the market trying to say? Do you want to just
Xavier's the play.
But is there any?
Obviously on paper, Wisconsin, they have that guy Happ who's a stud, right? And the first few games have been on paper. This obviously looks like a play on Wisconsin, right? Xavier has a bunch of uncertain, untested guys on their roster, but we've seen a strong, significant market move from Xavier. Now, Tomarino Tomer, of course, has pointed out that it doesn't take much money to move the market lines, and a lot of times they're wrong, especially on totals. Yesterday in the afternoon show, Jim, I said I was liking the South Florida under, and it moved from 146 to 149. I took it anyway. It went to OT. Still went under, so I don't have a problem going against. But in a game like this, which is kind of a high-profile game with Wisconsin and Xavier, talking about a spread, flipping from a dog to a favorite, I think the market's trying to tell you something.
A lot of people coming in liking Wisconsin. Savage Larry, Wisconsin. My man Carlos Alberto Gonzalez Achuna says Wisconsin is the play, and I love this show. Michael Baldonado, Wisconsin will slow down and play great defense against a team that's still trying to put things together.
And Gate Pass Key says, don't take the bait on the line move.
Whack Prescott. Wisconsin will win by 6.
All right, you know what? I'm staying the fuck off this game. All right? It's so, because when the market's trying to tell you something, it's more often, a good thing to do. But anytime the market is trying to tell you something, it's always, by definition, a difficult thing to pull the trigger on. You know what I'm saying?
Not applicable says, Pete like an old lady picking through veggies at the supermarket.
Yes, kind of. Sure. Yes. What does that mean? Wait, I don't quite get that.
I love the way you never block. Yeah. Never block. Yes.
Yes,
I am.
No, I mean, I can see it.
Well, you're looking at, you're judging the
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Wait, who said that?
Oh, man. Not applicable.
Not applicable.
I'm losing my voice.
Yes.
Nate Pereira joining us. Scotty Rock says, take Xavier and watch it cash. My man, right now, Warren in the house. Elio, top set. Wisconsin is my Quan.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. Walter Trotter says Wisconsin is the better team. Yes. I'm just saying the market's trying to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? The market is trying, and by definition, anytime the market's trying to tell you something, it's a play that's hard to pull the trigger on. Like that classic game, Denver on the road again. Was it Denver against the Lakers? You remember that one? Obviously.
And Lakers were on the second half of the
Yes,
double-double.
and obviously it was like, Denver is the much better team than the Lakers. But when you look at the line movement, it's just the market's trying to tell you something. It's hard to pull the trigger on the Lakers getting only 2 points against an awesome team like Denver. But the market was trying to tell you something. All right? I'll make a point here. But then again, in college basketball, Gate Pasquis does make a good point. Don't let the market move, sucker you into something. And a lot of times the market will go ahead, Jim.
DJ Big Boss says Wisconsin is playing. Drew Martin has joined us. Drew Martin, too long.
That's another great guy right there.
Yeah.
Drew Martin knows what I'm talking about when I say the market is trying to tell you something.
And Fam says, great show, guys. I don't know anything about NCAA basketball, but I'll put my kids on whatever you guys think is the right pick.
Yeah, and I guess that's why the show is successful. I don't know. No, this is an entertainment show, people. We talk about the lines. We try to beat the markets if we can, and if we don't, we still have a good time. We don't bet people's kids, their houses, or bankrolls, or retirement funds on anything. Right, Jim?
Are they healthy kids, Ant?
Gate Pasquis says 20 minutes in, still on the opening brisk pace. No, all right. We're talking about, okay, we'll move on from this Wisconsin game. I have 10 minutes to make a decision on this one. Go ahead.
My man, Don McGo, 323, $11,000 to win on a parlay with my NHL picks tonight.
Very
no
nice.
problem.
All right, so let's move on to NHL. Once again, these are the picks that Jimmy the Bag gave in the morning show. Jimmy the Bag on a ton of plays. Toronto, puck line. Pittsburgh, puck line. Edmonton, puck line. Islanders, puck line. Tampa Bay, puck line. Detroit, puck line. And Washington, money line. I gave just 2 plays. Montreal, Edmonton, first period over, 1.5 minus 112. That is a Turtles' birthday pick. And Detroit, team total over 2.5 minus 130. That is Tony Soprano's birthday pick. And that's it. Anything you want to add on from NHL, Jim?
I like it.
Yeah.
Just that I like the card. Also, Max Smart joining us. Please stick around for college basketball. He says, UMass, it's too hard not to take.
I know. Well, I gave that one as an official play, but there's been some curious line movement back in Harvard's favor. And well, now it's when we started the show, I saw it at 2.5. Now it's coming back on UMass's favor. Yeah, we'll see. I wound up making a safe play and giving UMass on the money line at minus 165 instead of minus 3. Go ahead.
Another thing and we glanced over, we just rolled over it. But Andrew McKinnis, hopefully he's still here. He said he's all over the Lightning, and I'm not going to be able to go back to those to that comment. But he said he loves the spot. There's a few teams that were in great spots to me. The great teams coming off bad losses, Lightning and Capitals. Both were embarrassed. Both are coming out angry. I've got the Capitals on the money line. I've got the Lightning on the minus 1.5. We also have teams that are having their first home game after a long road trip. Another spot that I love to fade. I really like this card. Nate Perez said, Jimmy, I like the Wild on the puck line. You have every reason to like the Wild. They're playing good hockey. I just feel like there's an enormous amount of value on the Capitals after being embarrassed, and the Wild coming back after a long, long road trip. They were on the road for 2 weeks. And this isn't a young squad. This is a bunch of guys coming back to their families and having to take care of things.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, there were 3 NHL games that I didn't look at because they didn't have overnight lines. Let me just look at them right now. Toronto at LA. What's your take on that game? That's an interesting matchup. Of course, Toronto.
Toronto is there. We go. There's the third team. Add to the Capitals and the Lightning. We have the Leafs. Their first loss on the road, a 5-1 loss, an embarrassing loss to Boston, and now they get to feast on Peter Budaj. We saw Peter Budaj last year actually have a good game out of nowhere, and it shocked me. But Budaj is a susceptible goalie. Maybe he's going to be okay because he knows he's going to get into a rhythm because he's going to be starting because they have that guy from Notre Dame that they brought up who's got an 880 save percentage in the AHL. This is another spot. And Kobe Valentine was talking about a lot last week, saying you take the Leafs on the road. You fade them at home. That's where the value is.
Yeah, and so isn't and LA, aren't they kind of a tight defensive oriented team on the at home especially? Why is Toronto such a small favorite here?
You know, they have a new coach, Willie Desjardins. This is a Leafs team without their two best forwards from last year.
Right.
I guess that's fair to say, right? Would you say that Matthews and Nylander were their best two forwards? Like, probably not. You probably want to throw Marner in there. But two very, very important forwards from last year are both not in the lineup. If Nylander doesn't sign by December 1st, he can't play this year. So we'll find out about him. Austin Matthews hurt. So, you've taken two great offensive players out of
the line makes
You've sent
sense.
them from Boston. Now they got a few days. So they were Boston Saturday night. Now they're all the way over in LA. Yeah, I watched Donnie with some of these dogs saying, I'm trying to convince myself to study and figure out how to take this team, how to back this team. And that's what I do with the Kings. I think we're going to find value with the Kings at home. I would love to fade the Leafs here, but I can't do it with Peter Budaj in goal.
No.
Ryan Taylor says, I'm leaning Kings in this spot. Think this money line is very low in comparison to the team's quality of play. Would lean Kings money line. Very interesting. Parlay Puppy. Kings are not great defensively at home. They rank 20th in the league, averaging 3 goals a game. I think that will change. Almax says LA is the worst net efficiency team in the league by a lot. Almax says Leafs win 5-0.
God, I love Al Mac.
Andrew McKinnis, Toronto rolls in LA tonight. God, I love having all these captains.
Yeah.
Look at all these great NHL.
And then the other game that didn't have an overnight line, Nashville against San Jose. There's been a big line move in favor of San Jose. Is San Jose, well, not a big one, but a significant one. Is San Jose a good play here? Nashville's been great, but this is an ominously weird line, isn't it?
I told you guys when a little while ago, Sharks are playing 10 out of 12 games at home. And I was going to take the Sharks on the puck line every single game of the 10 games and then show you what I was going to make out of it. So this is actually, now they're going to go 6 straight games at home. They've played 5 so far, and I lost the first 4, and then I hit the last one -1.5 at the plus. Well, against the Flames. I can't remember exactly what I got. But I actually am stopping myself. I think this will be a really tight game. Yeah, I like the Sharks here, but I'm just not going to take them on the puck line in this spot.
Why is that? Is Nashville? Does Nashville have a lot of depth? They're on a back-to-back, of course.
They're a dangerous hockey team.
Even on a back-to-back, huh?
No, they're less dangerous without Victor Arvidsson. I'd like the Sharks are in a good spot here. The Sharks are in a good spot. The Sharks. Mr. Goldster says I would take the Shark puck line here, Jimmy. I agree. Vancouver Brooks says Nashville's power play is absolutely horrendous right now. 0 for 7 last night, including last 2 minutes of OT. Yeah,
I'm taking it. I'm gonna take San Jose -1. It's gonna be a small dog line. If it loses, I'll be okay with it. But I'm gonna take San Jose -1. The Greek has -140, so I'll use that for the money line and for the puck line here for San Jose. I'm taking them -1 for the puck line. It will be plus 195 at Pinnacle. So I'm getting
Parlay
a small dog
Poppy
line
making
there.
a very, very important comment that we talked about on the early show. Logan Couture. He got hurt last game, left. He's their most important forward. He's not going to. We don't know if he's going to be the lineup. Mohamed Joma says, Jimmy, there are problems in Nashville in that room. Well, they're 13-3-1 on the season, 8-0-1 on the road. I mean, I've heard about so-called supposed problems, but they seem to be playing very, very, very good hockey. Andrew McKinnon says, can't argue with that, Jared Schrader. Should be some goals in that one for sure. What game was Jared Schrader talking about? I guess I missed. What do you think about Pittsburgh, New Jersey, first period over 1.5? And Andrew McKinnon is liking goals in that game. You know what? How about this? If Couture is good to go and the night has gotten off to an okay start, I'll probably jump on the Sharks -1.5. But right now, Vancouver Brooks says, good night to back San Jose. Still tough for Nashville. I'm even a little surprised you guys are saying this. To me, I know, like I grew up watching Logan Couture in the O, but when I see him, I just think he's an extremely important player in this team. The most important forward.
And I'll tell you what, I have made a decision. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to take Xavier. How about that? I'm going to take Xavier. I'm going to take the Greek line, which is still 1.5. Xavier, -1.5, -110. I can feel all the don't do it Pete's coming in. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow who's laughing last. We'll see who's laughing tomorrow.
Yeah, who's laughing last and first.
It's likely that even if I win, I won't be laughing and I'll just be depressed tomorrow. No, I'm kidding around. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to take Xavier. I'm going to take the Greek line -1.5. Initially, I was thinking Wisconsin. Initially, I was thinking the over. But now I'm thinking that Xavier might be the play here. And I'm going to take it -1.5 at the Greek. All right. And then
Logan Couture was on the ice in the morning skate with his regular line mates. So it seems very possible that he will be able to play tonight. And Andrew McKinnis, I'll be honest, guys, faves like Pens, Leafs, Lightnings will all get it done tonight. Can't see any of those three losing.
Pens, Leafs, Lightnings. All right, I'm just going to quickly scan some of these team totals that are so tempting to me, but I got burned last time. What's so funny?
Clint, my man Clint, laughing at me, says the chat screams at him to get off Sharks for weeks, and then one night he's off, everybody tells him to get on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, this is what you know, the vibes from Jimmy are telling me. You know, Jimmy's like, I love the Sharks. He's like, but I'm not going to be on them tonight. And I'm like, right. All right, that's the vibes trying to tell me something, and I'm going to Joe on the Sharks now, -1. The Leafs over 2.5 at -170 is definitely tempting. The Penguins over 2.5 at -175 is definitely tempting.
Logan Kelly coming in saying Islanders have been killing it in the first period, something to look for, especially against these Western Conference teams. We made so much money off of this play last year, blindly fading any Western Conference team that played the Islanders. Now, probably shouldn't simplify things so much. But Markstrom is back, going to be in net for a back-to-back tonight. And I kind of like it when these young goaltenders, although Markstrom is not that young anymore, but still, I like it when these younger goaltenders get a chance to pull off back-to-back.
Yeah. Wow, you really like Pittsburgh tonight, huh, Jim? And so does Andrew McInnes.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm much higher on them than you are.
Yeah. All right, so I guess, and so I'm on Montreal, Edmonton first period over. What do you think about just the full game over?
Montreal, Edmonton, but Montreal Buffalo over was such a simple play and such a smart play.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe I didn't jump on it. Travis Eaton asking about Pepperdine. We're going to get to talk about that game quite a bit because I've got a ton of notes from Al.
All right, let's move on, and we'll come back to NHL if we want to later on. Of course, we can easily bounce around here. Let's move to NBA. Jimmy the Bag, in the morning show, you gave, what did you give in NBA? Refresh my memory.
I gave one play that took a lot of heat, and I like it. Cavaliers +9. I just don't see the Hornets getting up for this game. And I see the Cavs getting up for this game because they're playing with that empty bench. These guys know they're going to play 30 to 35 minutes. And I like it. And I know everybody's off. Everybody's on the Hornets. Everybody thinks this is dumb. I'm getting tweeted at nonstop. Like, how could you possibly take the Cavs here? How could you possibly take the Cavs here? I like it. I really like it. And if we want to break down exactly why, I feel like it's so easy for me. I can break down all of the notes I gave on the morning show and just rehash them. Instead, let's look at who's going to be in the lineup. I like this. Everyone's like, well, J.R. Smith, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love are out. I'm out. I'm not going to. I want them out. They've been horrible. I mean, Kevin Love really didn't get a chance to start because of the toe injury, but J.R. Smith, I want him off. I want him not playing. Kyle Korver, get him out there. He can't defend. Doesn't do shit. I want Sexton and Harrison. I would like to see a little bit more Harrison. And if not, if Harrison's playing badly, I would like Clarkson at the 1. Get Clarkson at the 1, Hood at the 2. If Nwaba can't be a shooting forward, then move Hood to the 3. I like this. Play Nance and Tristan Thompson together for long stretches of time. I like the Cavs. Oh, and please, I have hit plus double digits in NBA. I need to see it. Can we show it?
Okay, yeah, we can show. Oh, did you? I don't know if we.
Was it not sent in?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll send it in tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But okay.
I better not lose tonight.
In the meantime, Andrew McInnes doesn't like the Sharks. He says, "Good luck, Corey Mack. I'm not interested in laying that price with the Sharks right now." Okay.
I'd be very interested if Logan wasn't hurt and they weren't playing the Preds. Preds are a dangerous team, very dangerous team. And I go for scores here. I go for puck line scores, and I just don't feel comfortable here. And I'd be very, Latte said, Cavs are bad at shooting basketballs. I really think this is a letdown spot for the Hornets. Really, really do. Vancouver Brooks says, Cavs first half cover may be a look with short bench biting them later in the year. I don't think this short bench will bite them. I think this short bench will help them. Fred Flintstone says, Charlotte tonight, bank it. Farshad Hassami, Hornets +8.5. Melvin Morrell, Hornets easy win and cover. Everybody liking the Hornets, but we remember as soon as I said and broke down why I like the Cavs, Dan Kelly said, I think I'm going to tail that.
Wow. And in the meantime, in the morning show, I don't know if you caught it, but Ralph Portuando was begging us to grab the under in Golden State. He said that the line was going to crash, and it actually didn't. It's now up at 229.5. It has not crashed at all. Might still be a good play, though. What do you think about the under in Atlanta Golden State? Ralph Portuando, guy who's great with NBA totals, was loving the under, predicted that it would crash, and it has not yet, although we still have a few hours to go, of course.
He had unders in all three of these games. I've got my record a certain way because I've just been solely focusing on sides. Scotty Rock says that he'll pray for me and the Cavaliers. Thank you, Scotty. I may need it. Wow, Ball State's already up 7-0.
Yeah, I was leaning Ball State.
Wow.
They're a team that has nothing to play for, and Western Michigan. Well, we'll see. It's still early. I mean, Western Michigan has Ball State has a very, very vulnerable defense, and Western Michigan has weapons on offense. But Ball State has nothing to lose. And go ahead.
Chris Garza saying Warriors under is easier. Draymond Green will not be in the lineup. I would prefer he would be there. Oh, and he did tail it. Dan Kelly did tail it.
What did he do?
How
he
about
took
that?
Cleveland.
How about that?
Dan Kelly tailed you?
If 9 people will be against me and 1 person's with me, and his name is Dan Kelly, it gives me confidence.
That's one hell of a compliment, Jim.
It is. He's an incredibly talented NBA capper.
And he's tailing you.
I tail him all the time.
Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. All right, so what do we think about Houston, Denver? Do we think that, Dan Kelly also was saying that he liked Houston. He bought it up to 5, but in the morning show, a lot of people, most people in the morning show and their moms were all on Denver -4, now up to 4.5.
And he got me off it.
Yeah.
He got me off it. And I'm going to trust that. It's been working really well in NFL. If somebody that you respect is on the other side, and I even brought it up to Donnie today just for some gambling theory about if you feel like after you've liked a team and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't be on the team, should you then take the other side? Because I don't ever do that. I just stay off the game. And he backed that. He backed that play. You don't need to jump onto the other side. Just if your read on the game isn't something that you can 100% vouch for, that doesn't mean that the opposite read is the one.
Right.
So, but I did this a lot last year. I had a very bad year in NCAA college basketball, but one thing I was doing was when guys like Twali Latte or Max Smart were on the other side of a play, I would just not bet it. But it took me near to the end of the year to make that play. One big problem with NCAA basketball for me was last year I was spending the whole afternoons solely capping NCAA basketball. But now on Tuesdays and Fridays, I have to focus all my time on NFL. So it's going to be a little tougher.
No, it'll probably serve you well. What about Denver team total under, Jim? We know that Denver likes to play some defense-oriented games, and Houston can be held down. Is this going to be a dead under, and maybe we take the Denver team total under? Maybe we take the full game under? What do you think about the under in this one?
Josh Prakash says the over
in the Denver
Rockets
game.
Nuggets is the play of the day. The over
in Rockets Nuggets.
Yeah.
The over in Rockets Nuggets is the play of the day. Now, why would he be saying that?
Something's going wrong in this Houston dressing room, and it's more than what meets the eye. There's more going on. And Western Michigan just got a TV. I can't imagine why in this spot here that Marquise Chris isn't getting more of a look. I'm just very confused with the Rockets team, and Ryan Taylor just dropped a big boy bet on Temple moneyline and Sharks -1.5. A big boy bet. Oh, wow. Dan Kelly's also on Houston team total over. Wow. Dan Kelly on the Houston team total over, and Josh Prakash also liking the over in that game. And we know that Rob Portwando's on the under. Josh Prakash is also on the Rockets. Wow. That's wild. That's wild stuff.
Yeah.
And it just makes me not need to force play. Hide and Seek says the play of the day is Jimmy getting hammered and passing out drunk later.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So I guess I'm thinking about, I don't know, Golden State Atlanta under, maybe, I don't know. Maybe tailing you on Cleveland +9, and Dan Kelly tailed you on that one.
Any movement in that?
What?
Any movement
on
in
which
that
one?
Spread with the Cavs?
Nah, not really.
Huh?
I mean, it's, well, I mean, since the opener, yes. Since the morning, no.
Okay.
You got it at 9, right?
I did, but I didn't get to bet it at 9. It wasn't at 9 in my book. I'm going to be able to fix that.
Yeah, no, it's at 9. Opened at 6.5.
Josh Prakash says Nuggets are the fool's gold. And Poppy saying there is absolutely something seriously wrong with Houston. There's something going on with Houston. Dwayne Wade wouldn't have said what he said, especially after the birth of his child. He wouldn't go in and say, "You're trying to put this all on Melo." I forget exactly what he quoted, but he was saying something else is going on. And I have to agree. I'm very comfortable with my one play. And I will be very upset if I don't get to see double-digit units on that board tomorrow, man.
And yet, wait, what was I going to say? And yet, Dan Kelly is still convinced that Houston at 5 would be a play.
Godmother 87 also on the over Denver Rockets. Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Shout out to Godmother 87.
It's great.
Whoever you are, wherever you're from, wherever you live, we love you, Godmother 87.
She was so great with WNBA.
Yes,
it's so
unreal.
great to have her back in action with the NBA. Thank you, Godmother.
Liking the over. Dan Kelly liking Houston team total over. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. Homer says Dwayne Wade isn't in the locker room. Okay, I shouldn't have bothered reading that out. Odar Leah says, Jimmy, I see you on Twitter that our friend Will Capper is on Cavs +8. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for letting me know that. Oh, shit.
What's that?
Oh, shit. Kobe says, my dad was just diagnosed with cancer yesterday.
Yeah.
But today we got some good news as to how he can beat it and he can still live his life. Thanks for all. So I didn't know that. I didn't know that was
yes,
going on.
huge shout out of love and support to Kobe Valentine and his family. I'm so bad at saying because all the words I always say are they sound trite, but I mean it with all my heart, and I think I speak for all of us. Huge shout out of love and support to Kobe Valentine and his family times 1,000.
Yeah, yes. All the low baggers sending love and praying.
Absolutely. All right, Jim. What do you want to do? You want to move on to college basketball? What should we do?
Yeah, Isan Solvagari said, Jimmy, I think you might cover with the Cavs game just because you got the best number. Seems like Cavs will lose by 8, and all the people who got late to the late line will cash. Right now, Wisconsin's running. I really like the spot here for the Cavs, and I'm telling you, I love that J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver, won't be around to fuck this whole thing up. I love.
Does Denver like to run? What does Denver like to do?
This has been so confusing. Jokic. He goes off for 37 and 21 and they lose. He takes one shot or two shots in the game. He gets 5 points and they win easily. They're a confusing team that I need to watch more.
Yeah. Very much so.
Lil Lee says, after Jimmy's earlier breakdown, Cleveland team total over is a play. Very interesting. I like it.
Yeah, not bad. Wait, I'm going to check that one. I don't want to have no plays on this card just because I want to. Let me see. What's the Cleveland? I'm going to check this. Sorry, I'm just.
Nando Sueva's trying to get in my head by saying Cavs will lose by 10 or more. Just say Hornets will cover.
Can the Cavs score a little bit?
Hey, Clarkson.
A little bit.
If Clarkson and Hood both, they're guys who have questionable character. And if they know that they're both going to play 35 to 40 minutes, I think they can get in the rhythm. We've seen Hood be so dangerous. We've seen Clarkson be so dangerous.
Why have the Cavs not hit 100? Well, they hit it once. Why have the Cavs been repeatedly scoring in the 90s, game in and game out, home and away, against all comers, right?
Well, I'm doing something simple. Obviously, we've talked about Sexton not being able to distribute the ball. But these guys, I'm sort of blaming them. Ceedy, Kyle, JR, Decker. Get them out. Get them off the floor. Let Larry Nance, Tristan Thompson, Channing Frye. We're gonna go big because you have to. There's no unless David Nwaba wants to play. I mean, I'm excited to see this. Edwin Garcia says, "I love to play Jimmy Cavs +9." And so
if you like the Cavs +9, is it because you think that the Cavs are going to be better than expected offensively, or that Charlotte is going to be worse than expected offensively?
I think it's because Charlotte is going to be worse.
Right.
I think Charlotte is not going to care enough about this game. We know that Tony Parker has been a huge difference in the dressing room. How much this is going to be a good sign. If the Hornets don't overlook this Cavs team and come out and beat them by 15 or 20, I will be very impressed, and I will think, God damn, Tony Parker, they're listening to Tony Parker.
All right, I'm still going to think about this. We should move on though. The Hornets though they put up some big offensive numbers though repeatedly.
They have.
Why is that?
Oh, T. Swade saying, is J.R. Smith out? Let's get a final read if J.R. Smith is out because I thought he was going to be in the morning. Oh yeah, you're right. He's not listed on the injury report. Damn, I don't want that guy in the lineup. But maybe it's a couple threes for us. I don't like this guy
for Cleveland, huh?
Yeah, I like it.
All right.
I like it. I absolutely like it.
Okay, let's. You want to move on to college basketball? What do you want to do now, Jim?
Definitely. I like my card. I've not touched it. I didn't have enough time to hammer college basketball as I would have liked to, but I got some really wonderful stuff from guys like Al Mack that I'd like to read. I got some great stuff. We got Maxwell Smart with us. He's got Canisius +4. He just gave out Louisville -24.5. We got some absolutely great cappers with us.
All right, so let me. Why don't you? I have capped a lot of these games, and I might add some picks here.
Listen to Corey Mack. God, Corey Mack was so great in the Audible today. Such sharp insights. Corey Mack says Cavs +8.5, getting in them pockets tonight. Say this to yourselves out loud, guys. I'm backing the Charlotte Hornets double digits on the road.
Right.
That has not worked.
Right. No, it has not. You might be right, and I might tell that one before this show is out. I just want to look at Wisconsin's up on Xavier. All right, we'll
Parlay
see.
Poppy says Hornets averaging 114.3, and they just rolled Cleveland for 126 a couple weeks ago. That's exactly why I don't think they'll do it here.
Right.
That's exactly why. it's all situations. If Dan Kelly has taught me anything, Pete.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, so here are the plays that I added on in terms of just plays that I bet, leans I'm thinking about. These are not counting the games from the morning show. It feels to me like Lafayette catching a bunch of points against UPenn is probably worth the play, and I also took the under. So I took Lafayette plus 12, and I took the under 146 and a half. Let me see what else. I did take a shot with South Carolina, Norfolk State under 142 and a half. Did take a shot with Delaware State and Loyola Maryland under 140 and a half. Other plays that I took shots with that are new here. I did take a shot with Canisius and Bucknell under 151 and a half, and I think I might add that one onto my official plays. Bucknell is missing their top guy inside, and I'm not sure how that's going to change things, but it's kind of a high total. I see this is more likely than not to be a modest scoring game. I did take NC Asheville plus 24 and a half against North Carolina State. North Carolina State has been dominant, but this might be a game where they are slightly less than dominant. And I was thinking about Holy Cross plus 14 and a half against Providence. I'm kind of high in Providence this year, but Holy Cross has a nice starting rotation, and in their last game against Michigan, they were actually up at the half and then fell apart. So I'm thinking maybe Holy Cross at the half might be a better bet here. Not exactly sure. I also think Cincinnati rolls NC Central. Cincinnati, of course, is coming off the loss. So maybe Cincinnati first half minus the points or minus 23 is a play. I did take a shot with the under in Southern Louisville as well. And I did take a shot with Stephen F. Austin plus 15 against Miami, Florida. Stephen F. Austin picked to win their conference this year and might come to play here a little bit against Miami, Florida, and that's about it from plays that as far as plays that I added are concerned. Any thoughts or comments coming in?
Yeah,
from anyone?
Lots of stuff coming in. But first off, shout out to Tony Soprano. Says good luck on Wednesday for the poker. I hope you win. You are like a brother to me. I have lots of respect for you. Okay, Paisan. I'm 51 today. My bag. I have to meet you before I die.
Shout out.
Happy birthday, Tony Soprano.
Yes, I can't possibly win because I'm not eligible. It should be fun. And hopefully we'll have fun.
Yes. Oh, we'll have a great time. Please join us. We'll be hammering it very hard tomorrow. Again, Almac says you have to take. It's imperative to fade Pepperdine tonight. So let's talk about it.
So why did the line move in Pepperdine's favor?
Well, that's what's kept me from making the move.
Yeah.
But let's talk. Pepperdine's campus legit almost burnt down this weekend. Their campus was shut down. Their training facility was shut down. Majority of the kids were evacuated from school. Now they got to go play Northern Colorado, 4,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
You got to think with the lack of proper rest, proper prep, Northern Colorado -9 is a solid bet. If they weren't playing at elevation, I would say they could probably rally, considering what has happened in the area of California over the past few weeks with the Thousand Oaks shooting and then the wildfires. But to have to go play at elevation without proper prep and without proper rest, I think Pep is at a massive disadvantage, and -9 is not enough points. Northern Colorado going to win by double digits.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to hold off that game because there's so many unknowns. You know, we've seen a lot of times kids, you know, these 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, when faced with this insane adversity, yes, sometimes they will. Sometimes they come by. I wouldn't be surprised if they win outright. You know what I mean? So it's just there's too many unknowns. Anyone who bets them, I'm going to stay way off this game. So if Almac is the only one I know on this game, I'm hoping and praying that Northern Colorado rolls, you know, but I'm going to stay off this game. I will, though, take the under in the Bucknell game. Canisius Bucknell under 152 -110. That's the current line at Youwager. Hopefully it won't be too high scoring in the stratosphere. The line's gotten bet up, but I was leaning under there, and I'll go for that one. I'll take the under 152. I'll make that one an official play.
Dwayne Reed, my best college basketball plays. College basketball under 146, Cal versus Hampton.
Okay.
Tulane versus Coastal Carolina over 145.
Okay.
UMass -3.
Yeah.
Georgia Southern -5. Rhode Island +2. Wisconsin straight up. Georgia +5, and Illinois -8.
Okay. That there's some interesting stuff there. I am also on UMass. The line has been bouncing back and forth, kind of interestingly.
Lamont Williams, UMass under. I guess I'm not sure exactly. I guess he's meaning under 142.5. I'm not sure what he means by the line there.
Yeah, under 142.5.
The line's under. Okay.
Yeah.
LSU under 160.5.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Colorado under 148.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
California -150.
Okay.
Tennessee solo over 79.
That makes sense to me. I was leaning over. Other people were leaning under. Georgia Tech is going to live and die by the 3 this year, and Tennessee's obviously looking pretty good. I feel like, I understand that the total's gotten bet down, but I was thinking that Tennessee's going to at least on their own, so I would agree with that as well. Yes, all right. So let me just look for some maybe some double ups here on the first halves that I want to double up on. Maybe again, there's a million plays that I'm liking a little bit on the college basketball card, and my goal is to come out 53% on 53.5% would be a dream on a high volume of plays in college basketball. So picking out any individual play is a little bit tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I can pick them all, and there's rarely one play that just stands out to me. Although sometimes it does happen, and those are plays that I make official. But again, so let's go over the 7:00 games. I'm thinking Lafayette plus 12. And the under in the UPenn game are both probably good plays. Harvard, I mean, UMass, I did bet that one at -3, and I kind of like the under at 142.5 as well. Georgia Southern, I bet that one is -3, gave it on the money line earlier. Norfolk State, South Carolina, kind of liking the under, 142.5. Loyola Maryland, under 140.5. I did take that one. Georgia State and Mercer, over 145.
Isan Solfagaris says, Peter, you nervous? Memphis, Tennessee's up to 165.
Wow, really? Wait, Memphis LSU, he means?
Oh, sorry. He wrote Memphis, Tennessee here.
Yeah, it is up to 165. Yeah, of course I'm nervous. That's some late line movement that tells you that someone with, who at least believes in what they're seeing is seeing it over here. On the other hand, we saw the same line movement in the Memphis game in the last one that I took the under, and that one, the first half went way over, but the second half went under. Now, LSU is different. Obviously, LSU has a ton of talent offensively, and they can score. So I don't like this under as much as I like the other under that I took with Memphis. So seeing this line movement definitely makes me more nervous than, that's going to happen in college basketball.
Maxwell Smart saying, no, TJ Holyfield, John Como, and Aaron Augustine missing for Stephen F. Austin.
Yeah, that's not good. All right.
Edwin Garcia is saying South Carolina is the play, Pete, and under.
And I was thinking that Cincinnati, coming off the loss against a very, very, very blowoutable team, might be the play, and especially on the first half.
Robbie Tagaloa is also on the under in LSU. Noli knows like in the Hampton Cal under.
Okay. All right, I'm going to look at some first halves to maybe double up. While we're doing that, where are we in the show now? We actually have 10 more minutes, Jim. The problem here is that we've already done NHL and NBA, and the problem is that we've got too much college basketball to talk about that I don't even know where to start.
Well, we could easily, anytime, talk NFL.
Mm-hmm. All right, why don't you talk about NFL while I look over the college basketball card and add on some first half double up here.
I will. And any game you guys want to talk about, please mention. Would be very easy to hammer whatever game. I'll Kepper John like in New Mexico -7.
Yeah, that's an interesting game. New Mexico, as I said in the morning show, they have a ton of talent on that team, ton of JUCO talent. But maybe not great chemistry. A lot of times on any level of sports, if you put a lot of guys coming together with previous success, and they've all got kind of egos, they don't always mesh well. Iona has a lot of problems to their program right now, but they do seem to be playing a little bit more of a cohesive unit right now. So talent-wise, New Mexico's a great play at -7, and in the morning it was 6. Now it's up to -7, so that's a good sign. I did bet it at -7, but again, there is a question with the cohesion of New Mexico at the current moment. Go ahead, Jim.
Sean Robertson, do you have a best NHL bet? And also Corey Mack loving Temple tonight. Got it -3 before the line run. Do I have a best bet in NHL? I could quickly look at that. I do want to talk NFL, but I could quickly take a look at the game that I like the most in NHL would be, so we got the Penguins -1.5, Islanders -1.5.
And you know what? I'm going to take Lafayette, and I'm going to double up on them. I think they'll be competitive with Penn tonight. They might get blown out, and if they do, I'll eat the loss. But I'm going to take Lafayette first half +7, -110. That's the current line at Pinnacle. Lafayette first half +7, -110. And I think I'm going to take them on the full game as well, which I believe got up to 12.5. +12.5, -110. I'm going to double up on Lafayette. If they get blown out, I'll shrug and eat the loss. But I'll take that one. +12.5, -108 at Pinnacle. So obviously some money has come in on UPenn.
Gary Joe Hall loving the Oilers. I like that play a lot as well. Although I would say, and I hate doing this because I think Buffalo's going to give us so much value at home, and I love Reinhardt on the first line. I think the Lightning. I think the Lightning is the best. After allowing 5 goals, they're just not. They're not going to allow that. Hedman played bad in this first game back after missing 7. I expect him to step up. I really, really do. Let's talk. So first off, I find the Panthers team total over when it comes out very appealing against the Lions. We don't know if Darius Slay is going to play. Obviously, that's a huge deal, but it looks like they've thrown in the towel, and I expect the Panthers to bounce back. I'm also very interested in the Falcons over the Cowboys. I think that the Cowboys had an incredible, wonderful situation there in Philadelphia, and I just think they're going to have a tough time against the Falcons. If it's about whether Zeke can outrun Ryan throwing 30 and 40-yard bombs, it's not going to work. I like the Falcons there. And then also, moving forward, I find the Redskins under was so easy last week. Very simple to go right back to the well. I may be hammering that. I may be going right back to the well there. And the Broncos at Chargers. Paco Healy was asking about Broncos at Chargers. And Mr.
Let me make a quick play. I'm sorry.
No, please
Mercer and Georgia State, there's something weird going on with this total. It seems to be headed down. I was leaning over. I'm going to take the first half over Mercer, Georgia State, over 66.5 minus 105. That's the current line at Bookmaker and Bet365. It's bouncing all around. There's weird line movement here. And I'm going to take a shot with Mercer, Georgia State, first half over 66.5 minus 105. I will add that one on there as an official play as well. All right, go ahead, Jim.
I like the under in Broncos Chargers. I'm going to spend a little more time. I find it extremely appealing. Broncos coming off a bye. I imagine that Vance Joseph's put something together. The Chargers, they put up 20 points against the Raiders. They're doing just enough. Melvin Gordon's playing very well. I'm very close to that under. And Troy V said the perfect time to grab the Falcons. I agree. I absolutely agree. Now, Savage Larry like in Dallas minus 2.5, but this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect, I think. So I'll be backing the Falcons for sure. So those are the early looks that I find the most appealing. I would say those are the early looks so I'd say the under in the Broncos, Chargers, the Panthers team total over. The Falcons I find extremely appealing. And then do we take the Ravens regardless who's at quarterback? Have the Bengals thrown in the towel? That might be a spot. Mr. Gokster, who knows this Broncos team inside and out, says sign me up with that under, Jim. Yes. Greg Sherman said Chargers will sit on the lead too, Jimmy. I agree. Noli knows Denver, LA Chargers under. I really, really think that's the play. And I'm concerned that there's going to be a movement there. I'm so concerned that there's going to be a movement. I would like to make my first play of the season. The week, excuse me. I'm going to take the under in Broncos at Chargers.
Okay, I will get you the best line here right now. Broncos at Chargers under.
Yes.
And we'll line chop right now and see what we can get you. We'll see what we can get you, Jim. Broncos and let's see, the Denver, the total would be, 47 minus 115 at the Greek. We can give you that one. Under 47 minus 115 at the Greek. Everywhere else has 46.5.
Beautiful. And then I wonder.
Unless you want 46.5 minus 104.
No, I'm fine with that. That's fine. I'm very curious to see what I wonder what kind of movement do we see on the Falcons spot. Is it minus 3s across the board for Atlanta?
Let me see.
Big Dave coming in saying Broncos plus 7 is the play. Look for a very close game. Broncos play Chargers very tight. You're absolutely right. That might be a play I might jump on. At this point, I'm going to stick with it. And Ish Kurtz saying a 17-13 win. Michael Irvelina very upset with how Xavier's playing.
And actually, the weird thing, I checked Pinnacle, and I was like, if you want to buy to 47 at Pinnacle, you can get minus 113. So we'll give you that. Would you rather, but now you're just buying for no real reason. Would you rather have 47 minus 113 or 46.5 minus 104?
I'll take the 47.
All right, minus 113.
Sure.
So Greek had minus 115, but I was like, you know what? I know if we go to Pinnacle, they'll have it for a little bit better. And it is 47 minus 113 at Pinnacle on the under. Denver and the Chargers.
I like it.
See what I do for you here, Jimmy the Bag?
Yeah, Headshot says keep the 47 just in case it's 27-20.
Yeah,
I
see
agree.
what I do for you, Jimmy the Bag?
All
right, let's see. What else do we have going on?
Falcons. I want to look at the Falcons.
Okay.
Or is it minus 3 across the board for Atlanta?
Let's see. Let me look over the point spreads here. For the Atlanta Falcons, it's 3 or 3.5. Split line.
And I wonder what you guys think with a movement being this, because I sure want to grab a 3. I want to make sure I get a 3. I want to make sure I get a 3. Paco Healy saying predicting the line movement is an art in and of itself.
Man, Wisconsin's rolling Xavier. Shows what I know. The market wasn't trying to tell you something, I guess. Damn. All right, I'll eat the loss.
Farshad Hassami says Eagles plus 10. I agree. I think it's just total disrespect here. Absolute disrespect to this Eagles team. Now, I know their secondary's beat up, and I know that Breeze can take advantage of it, but the Eagles have so many weapons going. I mean, Ertz just puts up 140-plus yards. They got Aguilar, Jeffrey, Matthews, Tate all rolling. Is there really a 10 on the board in Eagles Saints?
For Eagles Saints, let me see. What do we get for you? Eagles Saints. Wait, Eagles Saints?
Yeah.
No, there's
nines.
Nines, yeah.
I think the Eagles are the play here. 9 points. They're going to give me 9 points. I find that ridiculous. I didn't want to make, but you know what? The Saints, the Eagles play and the Falcons play. I would like to make tomorrow.
Okay.
I have not been making my plays on Tuesdays, and I feel like a little bit more time will only help me in this spot. But goddamn, I just feel like those are both extremely, extremely good spots. Really good spots. Maybe I should just grab them now. Mark Campbell's saying grab the Falcons now. I should. Can I expect that public money will always come in on the Cowboys? Or should I worry that this 3 won't last?
Well, who are they playing? If they're playing Dallas, if they're playing the Pats, no. Who are they playing again?
Atlanta.
No. That might be, no. It'll be 60% one way or the other.
Taylor Byer not liking the Falcons play. Lamont Williams liking the over in the Rams game, full game over. We're going to have some more time on that. As Plotty Latte says, didn't Saints score on 9 straight possessions? But that's against a Bengals team that had given up, I think. Okay, first off, so then what do we think of any line movement? I mean, are you able, without really studying these games, to give any kind of prediction on line movement, or would you prefer not to?
No, yeah, I haven't even looked at NFL this week yet, Jim.
My man, the Grateful Dead, Sif Grateful Dead says public bias after release, we may push the Saints to -10. Saying wait. 9 points is outrageous. David Hutton saying the same, saying 9 points outrageous. Agree, Jimmy. I think they think the Saints have a good defense. Wait on that one, you'll get 3. I need this 3 in Atlanta. You know what? I'm going to not like myself if I don't make these plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take them now. I'm going to take Atlanta -3. I'm also going to take... I don't think it's going to go to 10. I think it's
Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
I do my Jerry Garcia impression, but no one fucking knows who Jerry Garcia is anymore.
Enough of us do.
You think so? All right, go ahead, Jim.
Okay, give me the Falcons.
All right, you want the Falcons
3.
here. All right, let's do a little bit of line shopping here for the Atlanta Falcons.
I can't believe Parley Poppy says can't see the Saints line not moving up. Against the Super Bowl champions?
Water. All right, here. Let me just give you a little bit of that. All right, Atlanta fell. When there is no confidence there. All right, 3 minus 115 at the Greek. We're going to give you that one. Atlanta -3 minus 115. That's the current line at the Greek.
Well, there's no harm in waiting on this Eagle spot if people think it could actually get to 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's shocking. What's the juice on the 9s right now?
115.
I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely shocked. And you're getting respect for that.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked. Okay, I'll trust you guys. I'll stay off that one. And Maxwell Smart saying UNC Greensboro looking tasty.
Yeah, they're a very impressive team, and I did have them against LSU plus the points. Did cash with it. Unfortunately, the only official play I made was on the first half, which lost.
I love UNC Greensboro. In North Carolina, Wilmington was so single player heavy last year. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And the market is telling us that Greensboro is the play.
Yes, I think it is. They're definitely getting bet up. Although this is also one of those games that could easily land in between the opener and the closer. Because it is a rivalry game. They're playing against... I was leaning under on that one. I did not take NC Greensboro. I should have. My play on that one was the under, and I don't know if I want to give that one right now. And I was leaning, NC Wilmington team total under as well. That was something I was thinking about, the NC Wilmington team total under.
There is a 7.5 at the Greek.
Mm-hmm.
I'll jump on UNC Greensboro at -7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at this. Look at Jimmy the Bag. All right, let's see. What do you want to do here? Hold on one second. You want to... Okay, I wasn't expecting to have to line chop for a college play for here, but here we go. Jim's going to take NC Greensboro, and that will be -7.5. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can find for you here. Let's see what we can find for you here, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, let me see. NC Greensboro, can't find it. Yeah, too many games, can't find it. Can't find it. All right, I'm just scanning. I'm scanning. Damn, line shopping is hard when you got a million games. Wait, did that game start?
No.
No? Oh, yeah, it did.
What?
Yeah, it's after 7 o'clock. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. But when I said it, it was in. This wasn't green when I said it. I line shopped all the way to the Greek. I can't.
Sorry.
All right. But that was because you took so goddamn long finding it. Because when I said it.
Sorry, can't help you.
All right.
I would love to be a bureaucrat and just have people, don't be a fucking dick. Don't be a robot. Just please have a heart. And I sit there. Sorry. Next. I would love to be one of those assholes in life.
All right.
Everyone's hating me in the chat now. I know. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, we really do have to be. All right. Let me tell you. I'll tell you what. I'm going to check right now to see if.
Lamont Williams says, "Jimmy the bag. What about the video, bro?"
Oh, didn't you say that?
No. Yais. I'm working with Yais. We're working together.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have a Yais video, but there will not be one available.
Not be one today.
No.
All right. Let me just quickly check to see if NC Greensboro is even still up. No. It's all gotten taken down, and it's not even 7:05 yet Eastern time. So yeah. No, seriously, I don't mean to be a dick there. But the one of the
too late for that, Pete. Get back to the Grateful Goddamn Dead. Stop being a fucking dick.
Jimmy the bag. All right. Not Apple says, Pete, the asylum phone to your rubber room is ready. LOL. Thank you. I would love to go in there and just hang out there till I drop
Paco Healy, I can't put the link in right now just because of my computer issues, but I will have it tomorrow. It should be up in the poker room tomorrow, and but I'll make sure. I'll just direct message you. I'll make sure that you know what's up with it because I really want you to be in it. We're really excited about it. I'm going to have a bottle of JMO in the office. Don't tell the higher-ups. And I'm going to get lit up and do my thing.
Al Max says, remember when that roast comic of IFBC said Pete looked like he was in The Dead? No, he said I looked like I was in the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers, which is even cooler. And I was like, man, I do look like I'm in the Doobie Brothers. Damn. I wish I had hung out with that guy a little bit more. All right, let's see. You want to wrap this up, Jim?
I do, but before we do, have you, and I know you don't listen to Freddie Fortune.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen his record?
Is he continuing to win? Really?
It's spectacular.
Is that true, huh?
It's absolutely spectacular.
Hey, good for him. I'm not going to be a hater.
He's made 20 plays, and he's up over 7 units.
Really? Wow. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm just looking at Northridge and Loyola Marymount. That's another game that I bet when it was on the opener and it crashed. I should have jumped on it. I didn't. I talked about it in the morning show. I'm not going to give it now at 143.5, but that were the first half. But I was definitely that's definitely a play that I bet before the a lot of 7 o'clock games. All right, you want to wrap this up, Jim?
I do. Steve Mapp and Maxwell Smart and Twatty Latte all liking Tennessee to smash tonight. Steve Mapp giving a final score of 86-60. And Georgia Tech is going to be bad this year.
Yeah.
Tennessee's at home. They're junkyard dog.
Yeah. No, I was leaning team total over on the Tennessee game, and that game goes, if you want a tail of play that we all kind of like, what about the Tennessee team total over? It'd be 77.5 right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a dick there, Jim. I was just going for the joke. Most of the time I nail it. Sometimes I miss a little bit. You know how it is. You know how it is.
You're always good,
You're not going to hit everything.
You're always good, man.
I just thought, I thought in my brain, I was like, that would be kind of funny if I just sat there being a dick for a second going, sorry, but... No.
Shout out to Headshot says, don't forget to throw a like on the video to help you with YouTube's algorithm system so more people can see these videos. Low bag deserves exposure. Thank you so much.
So let me get this straight. So the algorithm, responds to people who click on like, but people who say best show ever, best show on YouTube, doesn't even notice, doesn't even register, huh? Is that how it works?
Anil Frank, you're absolutely... I don't know. Sorry. Anil Frank, you're right. I was shocked that Larry's last play was for a game a week from now. But, it's his place of the future, really, so he can do whatever he wants. And Taylor Byer says, haven't said it yet, but I love this show. We love you, Taylor Byer.
All right.
So do you think Tennessee just smashes?
I do. I mean, I think that, yes. But I was also leaning over, and the game is headed under. I wasn't quite sure that I wanted to lay 16. So when I was handicapping this game on the overnight line, I thought to myself, I'm going to be looking at the Tennessee team total over. To combine a lean on the over and a lean to Tennessee. But the market is headed down, and the Tennessee team total is now just 77, which is, a little bit surprising to me, Jim.
You know what I will take? Tennessee will have a double-digit lead at halftime. Give me Tennessee -9.
Noli knows says big swing and a miss, Pete. It happens. It does happen. It does happen. You know, I think might have. You know, I think I might be in a weird mood today because I went to one of these like healthy places to get lunch, and I drank something that seemed like it was like soda or just something normal, but it turned out it had kombucha in it.
Oh, kombucha.
And it was very weird tasting.
What the fuck is kombucha?
It wasn't bad tasting, but it was definitely weird. And I was drinking it. I couldn't tell if I liked it or not. And I can still taste it in my mouth. So that might be a reason why I was a little bit not off my game, but left of center from my normal game in this show, Jim.
Yeah, I get it. Kombucha.
Yeah, it was very weird. Combined with a bunch of other crap,
That
healthy
goddamn
crap.
kombucha. Oh, Bruce Shad knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, Bruce Shad. I'm telling you, it's a weird thing. I didn't know what. And then I was reading the label, and it was like, oh, this is going to add all this other stuff to your body and your mind. And I was like, oh man, what did I just do here? All right, so
Tennessee first half.
All right,
will be my lone college play of the day.
You want to take it?
Yeah.
All right, Tennessee first half. All right, let's line chop for you, and then we'll bring in Freddie Fortune. Then
Not applicable is wondering if you're having your colon flushed.
I mean, I would. I'm not, but I would.
Is your colon blushing when we're talking about it?
I mean, you know, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yes, it probably is. Hold on, let me just. It's so much chaos here in college basketball. All right, so you want Tennessee first half. This one makes me a little bit nervous, Jim, but I hope you cash it. All right, let's see. It's 9 minus 110. I mean, that's just Georgia. The thing is that Georgia Tech lives and dies by the three, so they can hit threes.
These are junkyard dogs that can defend the perimeter.
I mean, Georgia Tech is not that bad of a team, Jim. You know, I know Tennessee's awesome, but 9 on a first half spread against another ACC team. They're on a down year, but they're not bad. It's just, it makes me, if you want to do it, I'm just telling you my thoughts, Jim.
Yeah, thank you, but I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it? All right, Jim's Jim's like,
Headshot
sorry.
says, are you guys laying off Florida, Philadelphia in the NHL? I am. I have futures on both those teams. They're both playing at a very high level. I'm off him. Elliott's actually starting to play well. He's a guy that can get hot.
All right, so Jim's on Tennessee first half -9, -110. And Kyle Jack says get on Buffalo moneyline +120 and Northern Illinois -6 for tomorrow. Again, Kyle Jack has told us in college football, get on Buffalo moneyline and Northern Illinois -6 for tomorrow. And I guess we can wrap this shit up.
Well, I'm excited. I know that Pete pays no attention whatsoever to Freddie Fortune. But take a goddamn look
what he's got.
at Freddie Fortune's record. It's very, very impressive.
Let's see what you got for us, Freddie Fortune.
Look at
he's
that
smiling.
record.
He's smiling. Why don't you come into the frame?
Oh, you will. I'm sure.
What's he doing? Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Like to do a long walk.
He was smiling off camera.
I've never seen him smile, so I find that impossible. Look, Freddie, what happened to your notebook? What happened to it?
Ask Larry. He stole it from me.
Larry stole it.
Yes, I don't know why.
I wiped my ass with it.
Jesus.
I wiped Jimmy's ass with it.
Yeah, he did.
There are my plays are there, Larry.
Ah.
All right.
NCAA football. Northern Illinois. Double result. Halftime, full-time at -125. Available at Bet365.
Ooh,
That's a nice mug.
Thank you. Northern Illinois double result.
Double result. Halftime, full-time at -125.
Wow. I like that play. I like that play a lot. Quaddy Latte says your awkwardness is awesome.
Thank you to add that. You can start following my plays, okay?
Okay. All
Here
right.
it is.
That's a good thing, yeah. Now he has to notice them. Yeah. Good work, Freddie.
Thanks so much, Freddie. All right, I'm just looking at the early results coming in. Harvard up by 6 against UMass. That's not good, but still a long way to go. I might tweet out some second half plays. And that's it for our show, everyone. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time.